What's up, guys? Dave Ward here with a little message about achieving the goals that you set for yourself by setting some smaller goals and then getting in momentum. So I was just on the phone with one of the coaches that I mentor, and we started talking about goal setting, and she said, I've got this great method for setting goals. There's a good book, and it helps you set 12-week goals. And I thought, oh, it's great, like 12-week goals. I love 12-week goals. And then we started talking about my chase after elite last year. So last year I was an elite coach with Beachbody, and I sort of broke it down into what I needed to do in every 30-day period. So what do I need to be doing in these 12 30-day periods in order to be able to get elite? So for those of you guys who are coaches, I'm not going to go into the whole point breakdown, but based on last year's point system, what you really needed to do is you needed to make Success Club yourself, and you need to have 3 of your coaches on average over the year make Success Club in that month in order to max out the points in that category. Well, I looked at that and I said, well, that's not too hard, right? I know I can do it, and I know I can help a few people do it as well. And so if I'm just consistent in that behavior, I'll max out that category. And that's how I looked at getting the points in order to make elite. And I did max out that category, actually like way more than maxed it out. So there were other things that I had to do as well. But the point of this is, if you have big goals that you want to achieve, okay, I'm talking about a significant amount of weight to lose, 50, 60 pounds or more to lose, or you've got, big business goals. Maybe you want to make elite as a Beachbody coach, or maybe there's, something you're saving for that, your kid's college fund or whatever it is. Don't let those goals get so big that you can't break them down into smaller segments that then you can actually achieve pretty easily. Okay, sometimes I'll even think week by week, what do I need to do this week? I think that's a really good way for people to view weight loss, for example. If you want to lose, a fair amount of weight, you have to understand it's going to take time. And then you've got to enjoy the process of every week looking and seeing, wow, this week I lost 2 pounds. Okay, not 15 pounds, because that's not a healthy thing and it's not really achievable and it's certainly not sustainable, but a couple of pounds every week. And what that does for you is it builds some momentum. Okay, it just helps you build momentum. The first week you weigh in, you lost 2 pounds. The next week, you're gonna make better food decisions. I just guarantee it. And the next week you weigh in, you've lost another 2 pounds, and you're right on track with the way you're trying to get your goals to go. That third week, you make much, much better decisions. In the context of making elite for last year, for example, there were a lot of people, some of which I was working with personally, but I know there's a lot of other people across the entire network who maybe they didn't have strong months in January and February, and some of them into March. By March, they're starting to look at the end of the year going, boy, this might be out of reach. Then you get to August and you start to go, oh, this really is out of reach because I didn't achieve my goals early in the year. On the flip side, the people who started strong and had, made Success Club and helped a few people make Success Club in January, did the same thing in February, did the same thing in March, they started to look at the rest of the year as a downhill race because they had built up momentum. Okay, so what I want you guys to do out there, if you have big goals and they seem like you just can't quite get a hold of them, take them and break them down. Break them down into whatever works for you. I do my goals on an annual basis, then I break them down into quarters, and then I break those quarters into months. Okay, so what do I need to do here in January in order to have a quarter that I want to have that's going to help me have a year that I want to have? Okay, then when I hit those goals, I'm good with it. Okay, I'm good with it. That's the other thing. Own it. Be happy about it. When you hit these smaller intermediate goals, the 2 pounds a week, for example, or a couple coaches plus yourself for Success Club every month, once you do that, you start to build momentum. And that momentum is what carries you through the whole thing. Okay, so big goals into smaller goals, then achieving those smaller goals, building momentum, helping you achieve whatever it is you want to achieve.